Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Samir, for giving me this opportunity. In fact, it is indeed a great pleasure, to speak about Dubai wherever given opportunity. Recently, some time back, I was in Cuba in attending one conference on innovation, and I gave a presentation on innovation Dubai style. Dubai has its own style of innovation, which continuously keeps evolving. And if you go after 2 weeks, definitely you'll find some changes in Dubai somewhere. You can see something was here is missing, or something it was not here, it emerged out of so fast. So the Dubai has this charisma. See, my father went to Dubai in 1958, and that time there was no water supply, no electricity, not a single kilometer of tarmac road, so means no cars. And prior to that, from 1944 to 58, he was in Bahrain. Bahrain was quite developed that time. And water supply and electricity started in 64. So I used to ask my father that what made you stay here for 6 years without basic civil amenities, whereas India was quite advanced during that time. India had its own airline and electricity, cars, telephone, everything, all the basic amenities what we enjoy now, apart from the technological revolution which came now. So, my father used to say that, we had a vision that this place will grow. In 2014, I did my PhD in leadership. Prior to that, I had done masters in criminology and emotional intelligence from UK. So when I was doing my research and thesis on PhD, I wrote in my thesis that vision is seeing the invisible. People saw it as a desert, and the ruler of Dubai and all the subjects, aligned. The vision was quite aligned to all the subjects of Dubai. They saw it as a beautiful city. So, I'm touching on few points, why Dubai and why as an international hub. After joining my father's business in 90, I went to US on my first trip, and those days, Citibank had come up with the first credit card, and prior to that was only Diners Club and American Express. So with the picture on it, on the Houston airport, I gave my credit card, and a lady asked me from which place this credit card is. I said it's from Dubai. She asked me, where is Dubai? I said in UAE. She asked me, where is UAE? I said next to Saudi Arabia. Those days people only knew Saudi Arabia and Saddam Hussein. So I had to. Now wherever we go and we say we are from Dubai, the first thing they say is wow. That wow effect has been created, and that is not a magic stick. It is the severe persistence of the hard work and the translation of the vision into action. When many a time I used to think that the first person who must have proposed the Palm Island, a 10-kilometer long palm-shaped island in the ocean, to His Highness, what must be his reaction? If somebody comes to us and tell like this, we think something is wrong with this person, proposing something. But taking such ideas and pondering on it and making it into reality. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed has written a beautiful book, My Vision, and in that he has covered certain things that touching as an international hub. I am telling you that they have defied the international norms. Like it is if any engineer over here would have known, or the real estate guy who just left, that it is engineering difficulty to build tall buildings in desert, because you don't get bedrocks for your foundation. And so you cannot, in the desert, you cannot build tall buildings. They built the tallest building in the world and show. See, Dubai has about 6+ months, of the summer. So, in such kind of environment, you cannot make a tourist destination. Dubai is the best tourist destination in the world, one of the best, if not best, So it attracts tourism around the year. Then, Middle East, is fairly, a disturbed area, from north and south and other places. So, to make an international hub is a challenge, but Dubai has created the best international hub. See, it is the best blend of East and West. You name the kind of food you want to have, you can get it in Dubai. You name the type of restaurants, you name the type of parks, and everything is open for all. There is nothing as such and discrimination and such a beautiful environment created for everyone to thrive over there. So this is, I think, Dubai, we always, are, as a patriotic Indian, we always have our love for our motherland, and that's how, we started operations in India in 2008. But as a Dubaians, we always, wherever we travel, we love to come back to that place. Now, very recently, our dear friend Mr. Vikrant from DFC, he touched upon a lot of things on DFC. One thing, I would like to emphasize is that Indians have now, spread their wings, and with Make in India and global exports, global, presence of their businesses and properties. See, there's a will. Everybody wants to make a will, and the registration of that will in Dubai is done very efficiently, where it covers the international. And Dubai DIFC has its own court, and it works on the international law. So that's one of the good thing for our Indian friends who have a multinational businesses or spread wings all over, where they can register a will also over there. And as things evolve in Dubai, and we all wait for 2020 Expo, one thing I want to touch upon on the cyclical effect of the economy is what we have experienced. See, we have 60 years of experience in Dubai, and every 10 years, Dubai has entered into a recession, and after that, it has always scaled a new height. And with this, a slowdown which is now, coming up, we are waiting for a new height to achieve in 2020. I feel which is going to break all the records of the past in every field. And logistics, Ashwarya talked about logistics. I want to touch upon this logistics, that why Dubai is the best place for logistics. See, 80 plus mother vessels are touching Dubai. And now why 80 plus mother vessels are touching Dubai? Because Dubai made the largest man-made deep sea port. And the turnaround of the vessels are so fast. What takes around 2 days for Maersk Line to empty their vessel in other ports, it takes 6 hours or 8 hours in Dubai. So that turnaround is so fast. And from there, sister vessel goes to the nearby port. Another thing, which of course, if you are aware of Dubai, there's Dubai South, it's a huge development coming up, where the air and sea has been linked. So air sea transit cargoes are in very less turnaround time, it can be shipped. And see, we as an industrial or a businessman and industrialist, when we order something, we want it yesterday. So the shorter the travel time, the shorter the shipping time is easy for us to plan things and everything. So offering on these things, I don't see any match for Dubai, and I don't see any second even by far coming up offering such kind of things. And of course I invite our dear friend, it was Deep, yeah, of course. Deep was very recently with the GCCI Youth Wing delegation to Dubai. He had been, and he has experience on what offerings Dubai has on different every vertical you take in the society. Dubai is scaling on top 10. So with this note, I would like to invite all our friends to look into investments in Dubai. And of course, many of you have visited. If not, then now the seasons are improving, and you can, until April or May, you can have a wonderful season over there. I'm a rider, so it's now my time going to start to ride a bike as well now. So come to Dubai and be part of the growth. Thank you, and I thank Asian African Chamber of Commerce and Industry for arranging this kind of thing. But I think for Dubai you need much larger audience. Surely this is a beginning when our dear friend Mr. G.D. Singh is heading this, and his better half is over here for representing him. So I think maybe next we can have a much larger audience with all the who's who of Gujarat or India or at least Ahmedabad, and give them all information on Dubai. Thank you very much.